Convene Road in Sebago is back open after officials said it was closed due to a serious car accident. According to the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office, crews responded to the crash just before 6 tonight. They say a driver and a passenger on a motorcycle crossed into the oncoming lane and were struck by an SUV. The driver of the SUV sustained minor injuries. The sheriff's office says the two motorcycle riders sustained life-threatening injuries. One was taken to the hospital by life flight. The other passenger was transported by rescue crews. He died upon arrival at the hospital. The crash remains under investigation, but the sheriff's office says speed appears to have been a factor, and they say neither motorcycle rider was wearing a helmet. A car struck a Dunkin Donuts tonight after a crash on Center Street in Auburn. According to Auburn Police Department, one driver hit another while coming out of the Dunkin parking lot, causing the struck car to then go into the side of the Dunkin. Police say no injuries were reported and no charges are expected at this time. A person who had been sleeping in a dumpster became trapped in a trash truck's hopper this morning. According to Sanford Fire Chief Rick Smith, the incident happened after a truck picked up trash from the Sanford House of Pizza on Main Street around 9 a.m. The driver discovered the person in the compactor and called 911. Fire crews used technical equipment to rescue the person. He was then taken to Maine Medical Center in Portland and was reported to be stable. The charges against Bodie Miller, the Olympic skier and former Carrabassett Valley Academy student, are set to be dismissed, according to his attorney, saying there is no evidence that Miller was in possession of illegal drugs. Miller pleaded not guilty in early June to possession of a controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. According to the affidavit, Miller had a bag of psychedelic mushrooms. But in a post to Instagram today, Miller said he was pulled over for speeding and that a friend with him had a small amount of cannabis and pipe on him. The passenger told police that the cannabis belonged to them, which Miller's attorney says that the charges will be dismissed, quote, factually. Lincoln's fourth town manager in 7 months is resigning. The news comes just days after town councilors narrowly voted to approve a controversial budget. According to his resignation letter, Wade Schaefer is stepping down because the position interfered with duties as a local pastor. Schaefer informed the town council by email following Monday night's meeting, in which fire, EMS, and police funding was significantly reduced. Schaefer was unavailable for an interview today, but multiple town councilors weighed in on the decision to cut funding for public services.
This is the part that we committed in our campaign to help reduce unnecessary spending in Lincoln.
We're going to end up cutting services that the people that they are saying they want to help want and need.
In his resignation letter, Schaefer noted that he's disappointed with the budget cuts, but emphasized that they were not the reason he's resigning. The town of Lincoln is inviting residents to attend a monthly work session Wednesday nights, the week after a regular town council meeting. Town councilors will be available to answer questions about the town budget then. In our continuing coverage tonight, now 11 months without a new contract, the union representing thousands of Maine state workers is trying a different method to reach an agreement. News Center Maine's Alex Haskell shows us why negotiations have been stalled and what the sides are doing to move forward.
Nearly a year after its contract expired, the union representing more than 9,000 state employees is still waiting for a deal. Now contract negotiations are headed for a new phase.
We anticipate going to arbitration.
Arbitration is a process used to help resolve disputes outside the courtroom. Mark Brunton, president of the Maine Service Employees Association Local 1989, expects that process to begin soon.
We really want to reach a settlement.
Brunton says the union has made repeated efforts to reach an agreement with the state, but negotiations have failed to produce a deal.
In mediation, we did not reach an agreement. We've asked to go to fact-finding.
Brunton says negotiations from an independent fact finder have just been allowed to become public, shedding new light on where negotiations stand. Those recommendations include a 2.5% pay raise in the first year of a contract, a 3% raise in the second year, and a $1,250 signing bonus for each employee.
The state has not accepted that proposal.
While Brunton says he's disappointed with the recommendations, he's willing to accept them to move negotiations forward. The Department of Administrative and Financial Services says the union has delayed raises for workers by rejecting the state's proposal, which includes pay increases of more than 4%. In a statement, the department says in part, whenever the MSEA wishes to act in good faith and negotiate, the administration is ready to deliver raises to its members on par with those other state union members are currently receiving.
We just can't accept a settlement that's not equitable.
Both sides continue to accuse each other of failing to bargain in good faith, and just this week the union filed a labor complaint against the Mills administration. In Augusta, Alex Haskell, News Center, Maine.